Hi everybody, this is Jamie. I am from Kilroy's Resistance. I am Kilroy 68, if you will. Kilroy just, traditionally has always meant rebel, and so I'm a rebel to the system. Fuck the system. That's where I'm coming from. It's an evil, totally against us. Nothing to do with us. It's all about the elite and their agenda. But that's not what I mostly want to talk about. What I mostly want to talk about is something that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of. It's called Luciferianism. And a very big tenet of Luciferianism is apotheosis. And apotheosis is an interesting word because it means from man to God. And, you can see various examples of this even in politics where, we have George Washington who is, painted and sculpted in a way that reflects apotheosis, whereas he's turning into godhood. And I just think that that's a huge thing. These people, these elite of the world, that's what they worship. They worship Luciferianism. This is their chosen religion. This is their chosen spirituality. It is to call it Satanism is not exactly true. Satanism is kind of a crude form of Luciferianism, if you will, or so my research has borne out. But we're going to talk about the symbols of Luciferianism, how corporations use those symbols, how the human brain is hardwired to interpret symbology, how we couldn't survive in this physical realm, in this physical dimension, without our brain being able to interpret symbols. That's paramount to understand. And so when you understand that, and you can make the connection that the elite are monkeying around with our subconscious, and that they are using this as a very effective tool to control us and box us and put us into a frame of mind where all we can think about is consume, and material possessions, and getting ahead of your neighbors, and competing with the Joneses, and keeping up with this and keeping up with that, and wearing the Nikes and all this other crap. Because that's what it is, crap. We don't need any of it. We never needed any of it. We just think we need it. And so I want to dedicate this channel to why do we think we need it? What is so important about material possessions and consumerism that we have to adopt it to the extent that we have? And so I want to discuss what are the reasons for this. What is it in our minds that they have triggered that cause us to give this energy? I mean, we can talk about all the other things of the conspiracy theory, all the realms, all the facets, all of its permutations, and there are many of them. Okay, and I can tell you from years and years of research that you can go down so many paths that will lead you absolutely nowhere, but at the same time it's important to go down those paths at least a little way so that you can find out what the truth is and where it is and whether this is just bullshit or whether it's real. It's very important that you able to discern between the truth and bullshit. And one thing I've discovered is through the years, I have gotten myself a pretty good bullshit detector, because the truth is always covered in shit. Like you can't ever denigrate the truth, but you can certainly twist it. And some people will fall for it and others won't. And you know what? I'm not one of the people that'll fall for it. Like I said, I know that when a politician opens his mouth, what comes out is nothing but a torrent of lies. Okay? I get it. They are a tool of the military-industrial complex, big pharma, big business, and nothing more. They're just puppets of the elite. You see that they're talking heads. You see them on TV, Obama and Stephen Harper and Brown and all these other idiots. Stop paying attention to them. Stop. Because they're leading you down a primrose path, and there ain't nothing there, brothers and sisters, but heartache and sorrow, and we see that. Okay, You know, like we see that false flags and all this other crap. We can see it. That stuff is easy enough to see through. It's the surface layer, you know, but down at the bottom of it, I've just discovered it's this Luciferian theology that is driving all of the other crap. You know, all the other stuff, all the other permutations. It seems to be this Luciferianism seems to be at the bottom of it. So as far as I'm understanding the word understand, I'm going to understand Luciferianism. And you know what? We'll take this journey together. We'll see what we can come up with. You make comments, and maybe we'll find some interesting avenues of research, and maybe we can do something about this Luciferianism and this apotheosis and this ridiculous New World Order agenda that they've got going on at breakneck speed, people. Breakneck speed. So, you know, we need to discuss those things, but chiefly among them for this channel, I think we're going to go with Luciferianism, because it's important. You know, Barbarian Rebellion, he touches on a lot of this stuff. You know, Saturnalian worship. You ever wonder why a judge is wearing a black robe? You ever wonder why police officers do and dress the way they do? You ever wonder that? You know, there's a reason for it. Luciferianism is right there, you know. You begin to look at things like Columbia Pictures. Columbia Pictures. The goddess Columbia. Well, what's she all about? Well, you know what? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Mars. Not necessarily the planet, but the God behind it, the idea behind it, the theology of it. You know, because a lot of everything that we digest every day is also, you know, astrotheology. But the Luciferianism one is very, very important because it bears on all of us immediately now. So we're gonna discuss these things, and we're gonna look into that symbology, and I'm gonna make another video soon. This is just my way of introducing myself to the truther movement or whatever have you, you know. But we're gonna get into it. And you know what? I hope you're going to find a lot of good information here, and I hope we're going to get a lot of good feedback, and I hope we can do something. Okay, so thanks a lot, and have a great night. Bye.